Jax confronts Shanelle. Lewis has a maybe baby on the way. The People versus Shanelle Ashley Taylor trial has officially begun. Corey is meeting with the partners behind Jax's back. It's a lot going on in this episode. But anyways, hello. Welcome to my channel, TV-DICTION, where we talk about all my latest TV obsessions. Now let's dive into this episode 5 breakdown. Okay, let's dive right into the episode. With the opening scenes, we see that the evidence and details pertaining to Shanelle's case is plaguing Jax to the point where she's, tossing and turning in her sleep. We're back to side-eyeing Lewis as he sent a random text to Tony that says, "We need to talk." About what, Lewis? About what inquiring minds want to know. Okay? Jax confronts Shanelle about her covering up for Adrian because Jax actually flats out tells her that she doesn't believe that Shanelle is the one who killed JT, but is covering up for Adrian, which is very plausible. Shanelle's response was to snap at Jax. She really just started going in on our girls, and honestly, that deflection tells us all we need to know. She's definitely covering up for someone. If not Adrian, it's someone else. Because why else would she flip out like that? Like, she flipped out like somebody who has something to hide, honestly. Because if she didn't have anything to hide, then she would just take accountability and flat out deny any involvement, with Adrian. But instead, she chose to attack Jax. Yeah. Looks like we got things all wrong. And she did, in fact, not kill JT. Which is very interesting because now who did? But Jax handled that situation better than me. Because if it was me and she snapped on me like that, baby, I would have politely got up and walked out the door and leave her defense all up to Corey. But, Jax kept her cool. I guess she understands, her friend is in a very emotional state. But she did double down on the fact that she does think that Shanelle is lying and that she would treat any of her clients the same if she felt that they were lying and did, in fact, not do the crime that they're on trial for. And this is the first time that we see Lewis, actually fessing up to the fact that, Tony's child might be his, as he calls on his little brother Terrence for, I guess, advice. And ladies, this is why you never put your trust in a man. Because what do you mean the baby might be yours, Lewis? What do you mean? Okay? Let's not forget how in the beginning of the season, Lewis dropped the bomb on Jax that he actually slept with someone who we now know is Tony, after that failed therapy exercise in a real sassy tone just to hurt her. And now look, that woman might be pregnant with his child. Jax went ahead and presented her new theory about, Shanelle not being the one who killed JT and her covering up for either Adrian or someone else, to the team. But Corey is not on board with that idea. He's still on the fact that, they could use this self-defense to help Shanelle better than trying to find someone else to pin the crime on. Adrian has another shady meeting with Evan Gerard. Evan is still looking for money from Adrian while also hiding a secret for him. I'm ready to figure out what made Adrian set up Shanelle like this. Like, what made him pick her to try and take this money? Maybe she was too vulnerable and easy to manipulate because of the whole thing with JT. But so many things are going on in my mind about that. That whole Adrian storyline right now. Lewis is shaking in his boots, child, when it comes to this Tony situation. And now he's moving like a deceptive behind man, okay? He listened to his brother, done changed Tony's name in his phone, which makes you look, 1, suspicious, and 2, guilty as heck. Oh, why would you do that? And now he's avoiding taking calls in front of Jax. Like, no, nigga, answer the call, okay? Talk about it and be upfront about it. Just like you were able to drop that bomb on Jax that you slept with another woman, i.e. Tony. Be honest with her and tell her that, it was Tony and the baby might be yours. Out here throwing out ultimatums and stuff and you can't even own up to your own shit. The audacity of a man. The results of, the focus group for Shanelle interview were out, and as expected, women are writing for her while the men are loyal to JT. As a football star, we expected that. As the trial starts to set, it does start off rocky as Corey was giving Jax the cold shoulder. And we can only assume it's because he doesn't want her interfering or changing the theory of, the self-defense. Even though that Jax has a strong feeling about it, he still wants to go with their first game plan. Baby, the trial has started and the pressure is on. The prosecutor, Lucy, is going for the jugular. Her and Corey gave some strong, compelling opening statements. Lucy is painting Shanelle as a cold-blooded murderer, while, Corey is painting her as a battered, abused wife who had no other choice. We can only see how this goes for the end of the season. The first two witnesses called from the on the stand, was the detective Jose Martinez and Dr. Archie Golden, who is the chief of medical examiner who examined, JT's body. And from their point of view and the way those cross-examinations went, the evidence is pretty damning against Shanelle. It ain't looking too pretty for you right now, my girl. I am skeptical about Lewis's intention about switching Spencer's school. I don't think he's 100% genuine about the reasoning why. I think, in part, he's like, he wants to be the supportive dad and support the fact that he, wants to be in the theaters or whatever. But I also think it's part of a ploy in, not trying to run into Tony at pickup and drop off or something or any other school events. But I don't know. I could be wrong about that one. I know damn well that Corey is not trying to backdoor Jax with the other partners. Baby, she's the reason why you're in the firm in the first place and that you could sit up in their face. She brought you in on this case, not the other way around. So for you to be out here sitting and hee-hee-hawing in their face on, off her back is crazy. Lewis really sat up there in front of that therapist and just lied like everything was cool, like he don't got a possible unborn child on the way. That is wild. Lewis willing to be a whole deadbeat dad out here is crazy to me. And he really sat up in Tony's face and told her things are going well with Jax and he don't want to ruin it. And then the nerve to be like, he hope he's not hurting her when he say that. But sir, you hurt her when you said that. And that is crazy to me. You knew you had a wife when you sat there and laid up with her. And now there's a baby involved. You willing to just walk away because you're trying to still save your marriage. And it's like, fuck her. Nah, Lewis, you got to come better than that. You have to come better than that. But Lewis, how long do you think you can keep on with this little secret of yours before it very much will ruin the trust that Jax has in you? Please enlighten us. Oh, the way that Shelly got so defensive of Shanelle. Maybe Shanelle is protecting her. I'm starting to think that more and more. You know what? Round of applause to JT's mom for that horrible display of tears and acting on behalf of her no-good son. She knows that her son was a no-good trifling bastard, but she sat up there and act like that man was holier than thou. I cannot believe it. I understand why Shanelle was having them outbursts. JT's mom was basically taunting her on that stand and triggering her as hell. And her bringing the kids to the trial is wicked, okay? Wicked. Oh, I knew Adrian was not to be trusted, but that coming from Evan Gerard was not on my bingo card. You know what? I think I'm going to have to agree with Evan. Shanelle doesn't have the best pick in men because how did she fall for another athlete? Not only another athlete, but one with a gambling problem and trying to use her for her dead husband's money. Is it me or did Adrian low-key just confess to killing JT with that line like, I hate to bury another friend? Sounds like a low-key confession to me. I don't know. What y'all think? Listen, all I know is Adrian better not lay 1 inch of a finger on Jax, okay? Not 1 inch of a finger. Corey, what's the damage? What's your issue with Jax all of a sudden? Like, why are you gunning for her so hard like this? Please let us know. We want to know what's up. Lewis is seriously about to piss me off. You out here moving like a no-good, trifling, cheating man for real. Texting your baby mama after getting your rocks off with Jax is diabolical, Lewis. Diabolical. Adrian better not try to set our girl up. And like I said before, he better not lay a finger on Jax, okay? Not an inch of a finger. Anywho, this episode was jam-packed with the drama. It definitely did not disappoint. But down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on this episode. What do you think? How do you think everything is going to unfold? Until next time, thank you for watching.